Oh my, look at all these WowWee robots, guys. Kevin, Anthony, what are we doing?
We are trying to, what's it called? We're trying to get in touch with the famous Mark W. Tilden, and we are also trying to hope and get lucky enough to bring back the old WowWee robots and all, which we're pretty much also making a Facebook page called For All of Us WowWee Robot Fans, which I think is the name. I think I must have said the wrong name, but it's close enough.
And Anthony, what do you have to say about this?
What we're trying to do with the For Us WowWee fans, we're trying to actually speak to WowWee, speak our minds about what we want in robots, not really what they're thinking of, what we want, like Robo Scooper or something. We want to get to message them, give them a message of what we want in robots, because we are the consumers and we are who purchase these robots, and they should realize that. And they should realize that if we're the ones buying it and we're the ones giving them money, maybe they should take our ideas a little bit serious. And we're also trying to maybe contact Mark Tilden or someone. Hopefully, we're trying to establish a little contact with him.
Exactly.
And also, we also want you guys to help us, and we need you guys to help us make this happen for not just us, but for everyone who's in the WowWee Robotic Fanatic.
And everyone knows what happened to the RoboSapien V2s. Everyone knows. And this is a chance to bring them back, right, guys?
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, so what's the plan with the V2?
Bring him back.
What we're planning to do with the V2 is we're planning on trying to contact WowWee. We're trying to make well, I originally did establish communication with WowWee, and they told me that the reason why they did not re-release the V2 for the 10-year life cycle for making the V2X, reason why is because the cost of manufacturing, the cost of the plastics, the manufacturing, and other costs, they increased since 2006. So it would make the V2 too expensive for consumers. And I did give them an idea of the V2 Nano, which would be about the size of the original RoboSapien or even the Joebot or Fenisapien. And they said they would run that with their development team, but I never heard anything from them since.
And also, you guys, if you watch my previous video called Thank You, Mark Titan, except I forgot to Tilden, and there's...
I re-edited that, Kevin. I re-edited it. Remember when you let me into your account? Mark Tilden.
Okay, and in my video, I also mentioned I had some of my own ideas, too.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And I think one of you guys said something about earlier, if everyone resent WowWee back their V2s to redo the wires, we wouldn't need new ones again. There would be enough V2s for one person all over this world. All they would have to do is make new wires, new boards, and maybe new foot pieces and all that, or new parts, just one time for each person. Then everyone would have a working V2, but they'd have to choose the color. Well, they already have the color that they want usually, but
if they own more than one, they're gonna have to decide by one. They can't have all of them working.
Yeah, this would be cheaper for them to do if you want. I don't know how we can make this happen. See, us, Chris, which isn't here right now, Kevin and Anthony and me, we're all trying to make everything happen for the future with
and also,
all of this.
This has to be the greatest thing to ever happen. And trust me, all you guys would actually love this idea as well, getting the old robots back as well.
Yeah, I mean, Darth meters were pretty cool, and now you can't find them without paying $1,500.
And that's on eBay.
Yeah. I mean, so we're trying to do everything we can to bring these robots back. I don't know who all is a robot fan of Mark Tilden and WowWee on my channel, but I know there is a lot of people out there, hopefully, who like WowWee robots still. I hope we're not the only four, but I don't think we are.
But also,
no,
guys,
we're probably not. I mean, there's a huge base of WowWee fan base, and there's a lot of people who still have the RoboSapien V2 as a collector's piece.
Yeah.
But of course, within us, pretty much within the three of us, don't we have different categories though, kind of within ourselves, the collector, the modifier, and then
yeah, Kevin modifies his robots. Yeah. Like Kevin.
Yeah, if you guys see my videos, I have
See right here,
my
his
red
picture he's holding is red V2. He changed the blue LEDs to red, and he's gonna put green eyes in Chris's red V2.
Oh my.
What was that?
And
Oh no.
what we also don't know is that about Mark Tilden is, does he know about these bad wires? That
would be very shocking.
that they gave V2, because I know he has maybe probably 2, 3, or 4 V2s of his own, and his probably don't have those wires since they're his. But does he know about this problem that everyone else has besides the black and the UK models? This is why we want to meet Mark Tilden someday, is to like talk with him and like what went wrong with the V2 and if he knows about it.
Not just the V2. We also want to know what happened with the P-bot and all those other robots.
Yes, if you don't know what robot that is, let's see, we've got, where is this again?
The P-bot was a robot, like it was going to be developed by WowWee in 2006.
Yes.
It was going to be basically what the present-day MIP is, except it was about the size of a RoboMe, and it used like the Segway technology to balance itself on 2 wheels. It also had a backpack on it, to where the backpack, you could hold like a Robo-Sapien remote or anything like a bottle of water or something.
Yeah.
And it had remotes very similar to the RS Medias. It was supposed to be released sometime like in 2007. Yes, it had on its face. It was actually, the face was an LCD screen, which would have been the first for any WowWee product to have a LED, a screen for a screen for a face. Like it'd be the first out of anyone.
And this was
some point in 2008 for around $200.
And this was 2006, right?
Yes.
Well, when they were releasing Ars Media.
It was supposed to be released 2007.
Yeah.
$200.
And
what you forgot to mention is that it was also the first Segway robot to actually get itself back up.
You see, MIP was not...
Yes, that is true, because the arms were actually 2 wheels, and hopefully on our page we'll post a picture of the P-bot. The P-bot had wheels for arms, and what it did like with the arms is if it fell over, I actually never knew this, but I knew about the P-bot when it came out. I just learned this recently. The P-bot actually used its own arms to push itself back up, which is something even today with the present-day MIP or the RoboMe, it still cannot do, which shows you that WowWee had the technology back then, but they're still not even today choosing to implement it in their modern-day robots.
Exactly. Yeah, see, this is what we're talking about. This is what the robot looks like. This MIP was not their first Segway robot. This was their first Segway robot. And we don't know what happened to it.
If you guys want to see pictures of the P-bot, the only website that I could see that has the most pictures is evosapien.com.
Yes, this is where I am.
Sapien.com.
Also, you guys will also find these photos on our page as well. We'll also be taking photos of our V2s and our own robots. And if you guys would like to share your photos, that would be great.
These are all the robots I have that I still own that... Well, none of them are perfect, but they still do turn on. All these robots turn on, but they don't work great. I did have more. I was an owner of 4 V2s, 2 Femisapiens, and a Roboscooper, which I lost all of those robots. V2, obviously, due to the wires. Femisapien, well, I gave one to Chris, and the leg broke on the other one, and then she shorted out. I shorted it out, I guess. And Roboscooper, he was always bad. And I used to have, I believe, it was 6 more Robopets. Yeah, and I have 2 remaining Robopets. So I was an owner of a lot of WowWee robots. And do you guys have anything else that you want to say?
Basically right now, what we're trying to do, we're not just doing this for ourselves with this page. For instance, our URL is facebook.com/forusWowWeeFans, and what we're trying to do is we're also trying to hear what everyone else wants to say, what everyone needs, wants us to try to speak out to. Because right now, there are people, who can contact WowWee. I message WowWee, and about 60% of the time they message me back. but I'm trying to get it to where, well, we are, me, Kevin, and Jordan,
And
we're trying
Chris.
to get, and Chris, yes, and Chris are trying to get 100% of them to reply to us. Like, we want to be people that they will talk to if they want to release a future product, so we can give our judgment on it, and you guys can give your judgment on it too. Like, that's the way products are meant to be made. For instance, the Robo Sapien. It was a new cutting edge robot. It made a lot of money. It sold over 4 million units since it debuted. And the V2,
yeah.
it was a little less popular, but it did sell quite a bit because everyone knew it for being the Robo Sapien line. Now, they liked it because it had all these features that Mark Tilden put into it. But WowWee started releasing more kid-friendly robots, like the Robo Rover, Robo Scooter,
and
Tribot,
RoboMe, which
Tribot, Robo Zombie. Those aren't really robots like they used to release, and they charge a premium for them. Like I remember they charged also for the RoboQuad. Like for instance, they charged $300 for that. Now,
did they?
I understand they need to make a profit, but they should try to find a little bit better space. Like they shouldn't release 6 robots at a time and expect to make a profit instead of a loss. They should release 2 robots maybe every 6 months, every year or something, so that they don't lose money. But and they make TV commercials so people can actually see the robots and they would want to buy one because they'd be enticed to buy it, not just make internet videos of it, like doing random stuff, like how they're doing with the Meet MIP campaign. They're just doing it on the internet on a YouTube channel that only has about, I'd say, 200 subscribers. That's less than what Jordan has, or Kevin, or Chris has. That's sad. They're not even promoting it on their very own YouTube page. Now, if they put it on their YouTube page, they promote it on TV, which they did release their first TV ad for the MIP, which is a big plus. But they should release 3 to 4 commercials, 3 to 4 different types. They should release articles. They get the message out to people about them, and they give out their name, because I watched the TV ad for the MIP. They never even mention their name, like the WowWee brand name, and that's the thing that they're also forgetting about, like putting their name out, so people actually remember they are the people who made the Robo Sapien, the V2, the Robo Reptile, Robo Pet. They are the people who made all those, so maybe they'll be more enticed to buy their new products.
And one thing that everyone's saying is that they're purposely trying to get us to forget that Robo Sapien V2 ever existed, but they are doing that. They're not really precisely doing that out of the blue. I mean, yes, they are trying to forget about the V2 because they are dropping support of it on their website, which is really bad. I mean, what I personally think they should do is they should at least offer a repair service and give people who own a V2 right now. Well, I guess if they own a V2, they charge them as a fee to get it repaired, because it is a robot. I mean, it is years old, but it is their product, and it is a very mass production flaw. Yeah. And again,
that's the reason why I'm offering services to get these people back into habit of having their V2s working. And if I can get their V2s working, that they could also possibly want them to be re-released again, with possibly, maybe brand new colors.
And we want to sort of try and help out as well.
Yep. Yeah, so right now we're trying to get this page built up. It's Facebook.com/4SWowWee fans. And we want people to like the page. We want them to comment on it so we can hear their own what they view on it. And hopefully, after all this, hopefully they WowWee, the company, will notice us. They'll maybe send us a message about what they like. They'll send us a message they're we'll listen to you guys. We'll listen to what you guys have, your ideas.
Especially us main ones, since we're doing this as well.
In today's main world, it's not 2005 anymore, where we didn't have a Facebook, we didn't really have a YouTube, a well-defined YouTube. And they didn't have just their websites and also they didn't have just our mail to send to them. We have emails, we have YouTube, we have Facebook. They have so many ways they can contact us, but they don't do it. And that's a really big flaw, because I don't believe they have really Mark Tilden's mindset anymore, where he came up with cutting edge robots. They have more of a cool little robot toy thing. When
Yeah.
they should look at something.
Again,
people want
every
to buy.
robot they pretty much make, you guys would agree with me, every robot they make now is run by wheels. That's it. No moving arms. That's just moving wheels, and it relies on wheels.
The Robo Zombie. It has legs, but there's wheels on the bottom of the legs. That's like what the mini robots were.